Hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Today we are going to be reading a bunch of books that are going to be adapted into either a movie or a TV show. So obviously we all know it is best to read the book before watching the movie, always, period. So I was kind of creating a list of all of the books that I know I need to read before such and such comes out, and I thought that would be a fun little video to do, reading some of these books. I'm just gonna read my list and go through it. I'm not going to do all of these in one video. I probably will do maybe like 2 parts to this because some of them we have gotten news of it, but there hasn't really been like an update on anything. So there's not really an exact timeline of when it's even going to come out. But there are ones that are a definite, and I know when they are coming out. So I kind of want to obviously get to those first because those will be coming out first. So I think that's what I'm probably going to be reading in this one. And then maybe later on I'll do like another part and read the rest of the books that are on the list. So on my list that I have on my computer here, this is just what I have heard and know of. If you know of any more, comment it down below. So first is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. That's obviously coming out Christmas Day this year as a movie. In a Holidays by Christina Lauren is going to be adapted into a movie coming out on Netflix. Butcher and Blackbird is going to be adapted into a movie. Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy is getting adapted into a TV series. We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. 3rd season of The Summer I Turned Pretty is coming out this summer. Things We Never Got Over is going to be turned into a series on Prime. We Were Liars is also going to be turned into a series on Prime, and that is coming out June 18th. Then we have The Hunting Wives by May Cobb. That is going to be turned into a series. Beach Read by Emily Henry is going to be turned into a movie. All of Emily Henry's books have been like, there's, what do they call it, deals of their, I can't even speak right now. All of Emily Henry's books have deals to become adapted into, I believe they're all movies, maybe some are shows. Yeah, so, but surprisingly enough, Beach Read is the only one that I haven't read by Emily Henry. I've read all of them, and I know Beach Read is like everyone's favorite usually. And then also her newest book has come out, Great Big Beautiful Life, and I haven't read that just yet, but I do have it on my shelf. Getting there. So those are the only 2 Emily Henry books I haven't read yet. So Beach Read is on my list to read because that's the one I haven't read yet. And then we have the Twisted Love series by Anna Wong is coming out as a show on Netflix. So those are the books that are kind of on my radar that I need to read before they come out. Obviously, some are coming out sooner than others. I do have another little list going here of books that I have heard that are getting adapted that I have already read. So obviously they're not going to be in the videos, but in case you would like to know and read them, I'm just going to kind of go through that quick. Every Summer After by Carly Fortune is coming out on Prime Video. The Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy, that is becoming a show on Prime, and we have recently heard an official casting announcement for that for some of the main characters, so it's fun to see that moving along. Happy Place is becoming a show on Netflix. Funny Stories becoming a movie. People We Meet on Vacations becoming a movie, and so is Book Lovers. Emily Henry's just really cranking that out. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is becoming a movie. The Inheritance Game series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes is also becoming a series on Prime. Oh, and obviously, Sunrise on the Reaping. I literally read that in this. I'm filming this intro after the fact, but I just put it in the wrong section. Sunrise on the Reaping is becoming a movie that's coming out next year, and I read that in this video. Okay, back to it. Oh, and then the last one I have, I just saw this on her social media, the author's social media, but Summer in the City by Alex Asher that came out this year. She has just got a deal that's becoming a movie. So obviously that's very much at the beginning stages, but just heard that announcement too. So in this video, we are going to be reading 5 books, I believe. Yes, we're gonna be reading 5 books. Probably later on I'll do another video of reading maybe the rest that are on the list, but for now, let's get into it. Hello. Last night I finished The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I'm currently doing like a whole read through of the Hunger Games series. So next up, obviously, we have Sunrise on the Reaping. So excited. I've heard so many good things about this, and the movie comes out next year, so gonna get started. This is me after finishing Sunrise on the Reaping. This book has literally consumed me. I finished this a couple days ago now, and I cannot stop thinking about it whatsoever. It is so good. Like, I know people said this was sad, but words cannot describe to prepare you for how sad it is, and just how it makes everything connect so well. I cannot wait to see this movie come out next year. I'm not gonna go too much into this because I kind of recapped this already in a different video, but so good. I recommend. Highly recommend. All right, hello, it is update time. Long overdue. I'm not even gonna try and hide that fact. I am going to film this all right now and then because I am just not in the mood to care that much about that. We have a big update. I haven't talked about any of this. Oops. Long overdue update needed. Am I also probably going to film the intro as well right after I talk about this? Yeah, probably. Do I care that it is taking away from the illusion that I am updating you real time? No, I don't care because there is no illusion. I read these when I read them, and now here we are. Sorry, I did a poor job at that. I don't even know where I was. I think I filmed Sunrise on the Reaping. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of talk about the books, I guess, and say what I rate them. I'm always probably going to end up watching whatever adaptation comes out for them. So, we have The Hunting Wives. I read this for book club and was not aware originally that this is going to be adapted into film, because I've had this on my shelf for a bit, but I don't really know what, I looked it up. There's supposed to be a series, I believe, and it's coming out this year, but I could not find any more information. There's people cast and everything, so I don't really know when it's coming out, but it's coming out sometime this year. So, The Hunting Wives, mystery thriller. Wasn't my favorite. I don't even know what I gave it. 2.5 stars is what I rated it. Simply because for some reason I just couldn't get into the storyline at all, and obviously it's some sort of mystery. You always try and kind of solve the whodunit aspect of it, but as I was reading it, I was just genuinely like not caring about who did it. So therefore I like wasn't even trying to solve it myself. At that point I was just kind of reading it to read it. I didn't really like the beginning. I would say like, I don't know, maybe like the first quarter of the book. It just felt like really unnecessary. Like there was so much, I don't even know how to say it. There was, I guess, kind of like in fantasy books when you have world building, almost like that, but like a fantasy book obviously needs some world building, but this is not fantasy. And so that like first chunk just felt unnecessary. Like they were just going about their lives. Nothing had happened yet. Nothing was leading up to it yet. I don't know. Also, like the main character, Sophie, was just like weirdly obsessed with one of the other wives, Margot. Like way beyond obsessed. And I was like, just like why? Just why? It didn't really add to it, other than the fact that Sophie ended up being accused. That's not even going to be a spoiler. She's accused, and obviously that's how books go. The accused is never who actually did it. So it just felt like, I don't know. It was like reaching, very much reaching, because like why on earth would she have anything to do with any of this? I don't know. Just didn't really like it. I was shocked in the end about the killer, who it really was, but I just found myself not really caring as I was reading it. So gave it a 2.5 stars. Okay, I am back with another read. Right now we're reading We'll Always Have Summer, the third book in The Summer I Turned Pretty, since this third season is about to come out in July. I just got done reading the whole like little memory, I guess you could call it, of Belly at the cousin's house over Christmas, and then Conrad is there. It's that very last little scene in like the teaser trailer for the show. Team Bonrad, we are so back, baby. So back, I can feel it. Okay, then the third season of The Summer I Turned Pretty is coming out in July. So I read We'll Always Have Summer. I had not read this series before the show came out. So I kind of just like, I did a no-no on my part. I don't really like to do this usually, but I did watch the show before reading the books. And then I was like, no, I'm very much determined to read this book before the third season actually comes out. And I'm glad I did. It is Bonrad's time, I swear. Okay, so happy that Belly and Conrad ended up being endgame in this. I gave it 4 stars simply because majority of this book is Belly and Jeremiah planning their wedding, which is so stupid to begin with. Everyone was so right about that. They were like, yeah. And also, he literally cheated on her. Like, he cheated on her the second that she let him come back and talk to her after she found that out he proposed. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. Not really looking forward to having like almost a full season of seeing that, but just knowing, hopefully, what actually becomes Endgame, because we all know that Jenny Han has a hand in the production of the show, and she is not hesitant whatsoever to change what was written. We know that. So there's always that little part in the back of my mind that is a little scared for Conrad in the show, but I have faith. I have faith in her. I believe that Jenny Han is a Bonrad girly. So I feel like this is gonna actually come to fruition in the show, and I'm so excited to see that play out. Okay, I need to give a little update on The Housemaid. I'm like a little over 50% through, and I'm just like, how do I even explain this? I don't want to like give spoilers in case someone hasn't written it or hasn't read this. Okay, so Millie, the maid for the Winchesters, Nina and Andrew. Okay. The fact that Nina apparently had the same thing done to her that Millie had, and Nina did the same thing to Millie knowingly? I'm just a little confused by that. That probably doesn't really make a lot of sense unless you've read it, but I really don't want to like give spoilers, and I feel like it's kind of hard to explain a plot line of a book like this without giving the spoilers, because it's just kind of like, that's happening? Didn't see that coming. So really interested to see where this is gonna go. Plus I know this is like a whole series, so I'm gonna keep reading. Okay, then the last update that I actually know I filmed was reading The Housemaid, and I did finish that. I gave it a 4.75 stars. Super good. Did not see it coming whatsoever. It was interesting because I feel like most of the time if there's a murder, you're like going along with the murder trial almost, or like a little bit before, leading through with the murder. I don't know, I just feel like there's a little more to it, and the prologue obviously gives you that knowledge that someone is, but I'd say like the like from there it just like goes on about this. And yeah, Nina Winchester seems very psychotic, but like I said in my last update, once you start to get her POV, you fully understand, and I am here for Nina. She went through it, so it makes sense. I just could not believe every little twist that was happening. Threw me. The ending was super good. I don't really want to give specifics of why, because that will spoil it, but basically it has to do with Andrew's mother too. And you see connections, and then it makes sense. And then, I don't really know how to say this without spoiling. The epilogue is also really good. If you've read it, you understand, you know what I mean. And now I can see how this is a series, because for the longest, honestly, up until the epilogue, I just wasn't understanding how this was going to be a series. And you know how I am. I don't like to read about what the books actually are in cases like this. So I had no idea what like the next books are going to be about. So finally getting that connection, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. So 4.75 stars. Can't wait to see this movie come out Christmas this year. Super excited. Then last night I started We Were Liars. I'm just gonna give my update now. I think I'm like 23%. So like basically a quarter of the way through the book right now. And I just don't know how I feel about it yet. I just like don't know what to say. I'm kind of like a little bit on the edge of not wanting to read it, but also I'm just gonna keep going a little bit more and see what I think. It's just not really speaking to me. I don't know, the fact that I've read like almost a quarter of the book and I could kind of barely tell you what's going on. I don't know. Gonna give it a little bit more. I know for a fact though, I did think this last night. If I end up not liking this or even DNFing it, I will probably still watch the show because I just want to know, you know? Sometimes things change in the shows and I just want to know. So, that's my update for now. We'll see where that leads, but yeah. I have just decided that I'm DNFing this at 33%. I tried a little bit more. I just can't. I still have no idea what's going on. Not a clue. Apparently, I'm not alone. I checked the Goodreads. There's a ton of people that gave it like a 1-star review. So we're just going to part ways with this. Well, that is everything for this video. I can't wait to see these books come to life on the screen. But I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.